Hi everyone, time for your third lesson this term, and as usual we're going to do a warming up, chanting, rhyme, something to get us into a musical mood. This is a poem, I'm going to say it to you, you might already know it. It's called Diddle Diddle Dumpling, and it goes like this. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his trousers on, one sock off and one sock on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. Let me teach it to you. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his trousers on, one sock off and one sock on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. This time I'll do two sentences for you to copy back. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his trousers on. One sock off and one sock on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. Ready to try it all the way through? Ready, steady, here we go. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his trousers on, one sock off and one sock on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. Now when you've got that poem really good, join in with me on the next clip. We're going to make it just a little bit more fun. We're going to say the poem again, but this time you're not allowed to say the word trousers out loud. You can put trousers into your thinking voice, and to help you, you're going to clap on it like this. But nothing out of your mouth, just for that one word. Ready, steady, here we go. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his on, one sock off and one sock on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. Now that wasn't too hard, was it? Let's make it just a little bit trickier then. We're still going to clap on the word trousers, but now we're going to stamp on the word sock. No, sock coming out of here. You're just going to stamp on it. Ready, steady, here we go. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his on, one off and one on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. Did you manage it? You can hear my stamps even if you can't see them. Right, trickier again. We're going to take out my son John. Now there are three sounds there. My son John. Try and click your fingers on John if you can. So no trousers, no sock, no my son John. Good luck. Ready, steady, here we go. Diddle diddle dumpling went to bed with his on, one off and one on. Diddle diddle dumpling. Now it's getting tricky. One more thing to take out. No diddle diddle dumpling. Now on the tops of your legs, you can tap it out. Ready? Like this. So no diddle diddle dumpling, no my son John, no trousers and no sock. Good luck. Ready? Steady. Here we go. Went to bed with his on, one off and one on. Did you manage it? Now you need your violins. We're going to start off straight away by remembering the two new sounds that you can now find on your violins. You've got your new sound on the A string, which we did a couple of weeks ago. That was your first finger on the A string making a B. And we've also now got first finger on the D string. And if you remember from last week, it was an E, but not to be confused with the sound of your E string. Do you remember how we were talking about how one E was high and the other E, the new one, is low? We're going to do a whatever I play, you play. Why not get your violins up into the playing position and just remember how we have our hand ready to squeeze down like this. So you've taken your hand away from the violin shoulders, You've slid it all the way down here. You've got your thumb round the back. You've got your first finger hovering, ready to go either on the D string, or you can move it to go on the A string. Okay, now you might find it tricky to begin with, but it's quite a long track, and as I do more, you'll get better, and I'll help you big time to begin. I'll tell you what string I'm on. D string. D and squeeze. D and squeeze. Listen again. D, D, E, E. Listen again. D, D, D. Low E, E, E. Keep listening. Now, carefully, I've swapped strings. A, and squeeze for B. Listen again. Same again. A, B, B, B. Now, can you hear what string I'm on now? That was the D. What about this one? Do you remember our Ghost of Tom song that we did last week? Using our note E, we were able to play a pattern over and over again, a repeated pattern. A repeated pattern with its Italian word, ostinato. So we're going to play Ghost of Tom over and over and over again, and then we're going to sing it, just as if it was a performance. Do you need me to remind you quickly what the ostinato pattern was? On the D string, finger on and off and on. Stop. On and off and on. E, D, E, E, D, E. Playing position then. Let's give it a good go, a quick performance with no messing around, no practicing. Let's just see how you've got on. Here we go. Find somewhere safe to put your violins down. Now we're going to sing the song. So we'll just wait for the introduction. Have you seen the ghost of Tom? One white bones with the skin all gone. Ooh, wouldn't it be chilly with no skin on? I'd like to teach you a whole new piece now using the four notes A with its new B and D with its new E. And to show you, I'm actually going to play the whole thing all the way through with the music, so you can put your violins in the rest position or put them down and just listen and watch and start to get an idea of what you're going to need to do. It's called the Charleston. And there's a bit in the middle. Now I'm going to do the whole thing all over again, so you've got another chance to watch. D's, low E's, D's, low E's, A's, and B's. Start again. D's, and that's it. So how did I do it? Well, it was actually very simple. I had patterns in sets of 4 that I just had to keep remembering and playing over and again. So I started on my D string and played 4. I've always got that number 4 in my head. Then I added my first finger to play low E, and guess what? I played it 4 times. Then I took it off, played D for 4, put it back on, played E for 4. So shall we do that bit together first? Playing position, have your first finger hovering over the D string, ready to go down. It's 4 Ds, 4 E's, low E's, remember we're not touching our E string today. 4 Ds, 4 E's, and then stop. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. It's D, 2, 3, 4, and E. 2, 3, 4, and D. 2, 3, 4, and E. 2, 3, and stop. Now you roll your bow across to the A string and you do something very similar. You play A for 4. Then just like I put my first finger down on the D string, I'm going to put it down on the A string and and play 4 B's. I repeat that. I do 4 A's, put my finger down, and 4 B's. So try that with me now. Roll your bow across to the A string, have your finger hovering. It's off for 4, on, off, on. And always keep that number 4 in your head. Ready on your A's. Ready, steady, here we go. A, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, it's off. 2, 3, 4, and on. 2, 3, and stop. So let's put all of that all together. We started on our D, D, E's, D's, E's. Then we roll over to our A's, A's, B's, A's, B's. Let's do it. Bow on the D string. Ready, steady, here we go. It's D, 2, 3, 4, and low E. Same again, it's off. Squeeze it down. Now roll your bow across to A. And B's. And A's. And B's. And that's all there is to it, because the next part you start the whole thing all over again. You go back to your D string, D's, E's, D's, E's, back to your A string, A's, B's, A's, B's. You might want to pause here and practice, because the next clip we're going to try it with the music. So be ready to go D's, E's, D's, E's, A's, B's, A's, B's, and then D's, E's, D's, E's, A's, B's, A's, B's again. Okay, see you in a second. Let's see how you're getting on then. We'll do it with the music. Violins in the playing position. Bow on the D string. A string. And start again on D. Rest position. Now you'll notice that the music does actually carry on there. That's because there are two verses, if you like. Now during the first verse, we're going to play exactly what we've played. But during the second verse, we're not going to play our violins. We're going to sing and we're going to dance. Because this piece, like I said at the beginning, is called a Charleston. And a Charleston is actually a type of dance that was really popular in the 1920s. So that's like 100 years ago. But we're going to learn it, or at least a very simple version of it, so that we can sing and dance to take us through to the end of the music. You'll need to have your violins down and you'll need a bit of space, so I'll start it in the next clip. First of all, there are words. Charleston, Charleston, hands up in the air. Charleston, Charleston, wave them everywhere. Keep your body moving, keep a steady beat. Everybody dance with me. Now I'll show you the actions. Charleston, Charleston, hands up in the air. Charleston, Charleston, wave them everywhere. Keep your body moving, keep a steady beat. Everybody dance with me. You can't quite see my feet, can you? But I'll show you what I was doing with my hands. When we sing Charleston, Charleston, show me the palms of your hands and we swing them from side to side. Charleston, Charleston. Okay? Now what I'm doing with my feet is I'm kind of pointing them forward and then pointing them back, stepping forward and stepping back. That's a really easy way of doing it. Just stick with the hands for now. If you want to try and put the feet in, you can practice that later. Let's do the Charleston. Here we go. Charleston, Charleston. Now, hands up in the air. I'm just going to jazz hands like that. I'll go back a bit. Hands up in the air. You do what it says. Then you do it again. Charleston, Charleston, wave them everywhere. Shall we do that much? Ready, steady, here we go. Charleston, Charleston, hands up in the air. Charleston, Charleston, wave them everywhere. Now you turn to the side and you kind of push your hands, pushing the air like that. Keep your body moving. Then you turn to the other way. Keep a steady beat. Shall we try that together? Here we go. Keep your body moving. Keep a steady beat. And finally, you kind of do this trick where your hands look as if you're crossing over your knees. And when you sing, everybody dance with me. Have a go. Everybody dance with me. Let's try it all the way through. Ready, steady, here we go. Charleston, Charleston, hands up in the air. Charleston, Charleston, wave them everywhere. Keep your body moving, keep a steady beat. Everybody dance with me. And you do it twice. Then there's the ending of the piece. And what you do is you put one hand forward, you put one hand up, you're going to do jazz hands, you turn around in a circle, like that, just once, you clap, and you kind of slap and wiggle to the end. Let's try it with the music, the singing and the dancing bit. Here we go. Charleston, Charleston, hands up in the air. Charleston, Charleston, wave them everywhere. Keep your body moving, keep a steady beat. Everybody dance with me. Can we do it again? Charleston, Charleston, hands up in the air. Charleston, Charleston, wave them everywhere. Keep your body moving, keep a steady beat. Everybody dance with me. Now here's the big finish. Ready to clap and step? So if you practice all of those bits, the violin bit and the dancing and the singing bit, next week we'll do a performance of it and we'll put it all together. I'm going to teach you something new now. Yes, something else new. Just one more new note to keep you going for a week. So we have changed the A string to make B. We've changed the D string to make E. Now we're going to change the G string, but what is the name of the new note? Work out how we got from A to B. We went up one note in the alphabet. How did we get from D to E? We went up one note in the alphabet. So G becomes, did you say H? No such note as H in the musical alphabet. That's stumped you, hasn't it? In fact, the musical alphabet finishes at G and it starts all over again. So one step higher than G is actually A again. G, A. Yes, you're right, we've already got an A string, but I wonder if you can hear the difference between the A string, A, and the new note, A, found on the G string. It's a bit like the E's. We had an E string and then we had an E with our finger. Now we've got an A string and we've got an A with our first finger, and you may have spotted it already. The A string is a higher version of an A. That's up there. That's down here. So with your first finger again in the same place as before, but now you've got to stretch it across to your G string. Have a practice at changing from G to low A. G to low A. And the next clip, the last clip, will just be a whatever I play, you play, all on low A. Here we go then. Last thing for today, G to low A. Oh, that rhymed. Playing position. Whatever I play, you play. That first finger hovering over your G string now. And try this first. Off. 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 Last one. Shake away and rest position. So I know I went through it quickly, but it's because once you've put your first finger down, it's no trick really just to then go and change the sound of the G string. The trick will be to remember what the names of the notes are that we're finding now. So keep practicing, especially that Charleston, the music and the dance, ready for a performance of it next week. Have fun, keep practicing, and I'll catch you soon. Take care, bye.